Strategies for creating handles. Starting with a small amount of clay. Squeezing it out. One way is to make a coil. Move this over. So I can start with a coil. I can make it smaller on one end, like toward the bottom of where the handle will be, and wider at the top. And then I can slam it on the table. And then I can curve it like this. Then I can slice an angle off like this. And just depending on how large or small my mug is, that would work for one. If they're too sticky, you can let them dry out a little bit before you do anything with it. Let's see, another way could be starting with a coil, and I can just flatten it on both sides. Then from here, I can even make little indentations if I want designs or something in it. Use your stamp or your finger or anything. And then I can make it to where it curves in. I can make it to where it could be more like a bar almost, and cut anywhere that I don't need it. That's a little big for this one, but that's kind of the process for that one. Then, let's see, let's try another pinching one. So you don't have to start with a coil, but I find it good to kind of help make it consistent. From here, I'm just going to try pinching down the sides to create a unique texture. And I can make it to where this is pretty small. You have to consider that it's going to shrink a little bit, but even something small like this is typically pretty effective. How should I make one?
One of the rolled ones.
A what?
A twist one.
So, twist it a little bit? Alright. Again, I'm going to start with the coil. I just like the coils. Let me flatten this a little bit. So my clay is not very plastic right now. It's kind of dry now. But if you wanted something that had a twist or a curve, is that what you were kind of referencing? So you can twist the clay. You can even make it to where it is even part of the design even. Make something interesting that kind of flows with it. So that could be kind of twisted. If I wanted to make something that's like a braid, I could make thinner coils. This one I'm going to make as long and thin as I can to start with. And then I can twist this. If I leave it just like this, it might kind of pop apart. So what I could do after this is slam it on the table a little bit, and that kind of condenses that. And on the back side, I can try to smooth it together to make sure that this doesn't pop apart. But I can shape that however I want. One thing you really want to make sure is that when you're creating your handle, that it doesn't look like a giant ear coming off of this. Like, make something that's not much farther apart than the length of your pinch pot. You can make it go higher than the lip. That's kind of your own personal preference, but keep in mind that if you make it to where it's below the lip, then you can set it upside down like this to dry it or anything. So in a nutshell, those are some strategies for creating handles. Remember, you have to score and slip to attach them onto your mug.